Okay, dear friends. So today in this lecture we will discuss about a experiment on a current regulator using the LM317. Now already you know that what is a voltage regulator. In the voltage regulator, we know that as we change the load current, then the output voltage is remain constant. So if we see the characteristics of a voltage regulator, then here on the x-axis we have a output voltage, y-axis the load current is there. As we change the load current, then the output voltage is almost remain constant. This is the characteristics of a voltage regulator. Now, if we see the characteristics of a current regulator, then on the x-axis we have a output voltage, and on the y-axis we take a current I. Right? And as the voltage across the load is changing, then the current in the load is almost remain constant. This is the characteristics of a current regulator. Now we know that the voltage regulators are used almost in all the electronic circuit. It is used for making a regulated power supply. The current regulators are used for generating a steady magnetic field. It has also an application that we know that when the current will pass through a coil, it will produce a magnetic field. So in certain application we require a constant magnetic field, and for that we require the constant current. So in that case we can use a current regulator circuit. Now let us see what is the LM317. Here, LM317 is basically a voltage regulator IC. Remember, it is a voltage regulator IC. It has a 3-terminal. It is a 3-terminal. And for the 3-terminal IC, already we have learned about that, and already if you know that we have a 7805, 7905, 7806, 7812, then these are producing a fixed output voltage. 7805 will give you a plus 5 volt regulated output voltage. 7905 will give you the minus 5 volt. This will give you a plus 6 volt. This will give you a plus 12 volt. So whatever the 78 and the 79 series is there, it is a fixed voltage regulator. So you will get that plus 5 to plus 12 plus 18 like that. But the LM317 is a adjustable voltage regulator. Remember, it is a adjustable voltage regulator. So whatever your requirement is there, accordingly you can set the output voltage. This IC has capacity to give you the output voltage from a 1.25 volt to a 35 volt. Means here you can make a regulator IC, you can make a regulator circuit of a 5 volt, 6 volt, 10 volt, 12 volt, 30 volt using a IC LM317. So that's why it is known as a adjustable voltage regulator. Only thing is that we have to change a few value of the few component, and you can change the output voltage. So it is a 3-terminal regulator IC. Here you can see the pin number 1 is for the adjustment. Pin number 2 where we are getting a regulated output voltage, and the pin number 3 where we have to give a unregulated input voltage. So in this way, the 3 terminal is there, and here the designing point of view. You do not have to design the circuit too much. The circuit is not too much complicated. It is simply we have to calculate the two value of a resistance, and you can set the output voltage. Now look at the basic circuit for the LM317. Here you can see that unregulated voltage is given to a pin number 3. This is the pin number 3. Then I adjustment or the adjustment terminal is your pin number 1, and the output voltage is at pin number 2. And already mentioned that between the pin number 1 and 2, always the 1.25 volt is going to remain constant. That is the V reference voltage. V reference voltage is produced by a IC itself. So the potential between the pin number 1 and 2 is always a constant in any condition. Either you are using this IC as a voltage regulator or you are using as a current regulator, but this reference voltage is remain constant. Here the output voltage, if you want to change this output voltage, then you can change the value of resistance R2. Here if we see what is the formula for the output voltage, then we can write that this output voltage is equal to a voltage across the R1 plus the voltage across R2. Now the voltage across R1, means it is I1 into R1. So what I have to do, let us say some current is passing through this, or the current I is passing through this. Here we can say that current is I and R1, but this voltage is a reference voltage and it is always a 1.25 volt. Now when you are talking about the VR2, then in VR2, these two currents are flowing. Here first of all, whatever the current I is there and the adjustment current is there, I adjustment. So the two currents are flowing, and therefore we can write this as a I plus I adjustment that is a I adjustment into a resistance R2. But remember, whatever the I adjustment current is there, it is very small. It is in order of a microampere. So here we can say I adjustment is too much less than the current I can write the VR2 is equal to I into R2. Correct? And therefore the output voltage we can write as a VR1, that is a 1.25 volt, 1.25 volt plus I into R2 is there, I into R2 is there. So we can write what is the I you can calculate from this, and that is a VR1 by R1 into a R2. But VR1 is a 1.25 volt, so we can take it out, and this is 1 plus R2 by R1. So this is the output voltage, formula for the output voltage of a LM317. And here, if we change the resistance value R2, we can change the output voltage. So already mentioned that output voltage here at the input we apply unregulated voltage, and this unregulated voltage must be less than 40 volt. Remember, the unregulated voltage must be less than a 40 volt. So here at this point your output voltage you can vary from 1.25 volt to a 35 volt, and that's why it is known as a adjustable voltage regulator. Correct? Now here we are going to use this as a current regulator. Remember, so the circuit is remaining same, but what we have to do, that whatever the resistance R2 is there, it is nothing but it is my load resistance Rn. It is a load resistance Rn. And here if we calculate the value of the current, then already I mentioned that the VR1 is given as I into R1, and therefore the I is equal to VR1 divided by R1, and the voltage between the pin number 1 and 2, it is always fixed, and that is a 1.25 volt divided by R1. Correct? So here you can set the value of the current by changing the value of the resistance R1. So suppose the R1 is equal to a 125 ohm, then this regulated IC 1.25 divided by 125, so it is almost it will give you almost a 10 milliampere constant output voltage. If this value of the R1 is a 250 volt, then you will get a 5 milliampere output voltage. So in this way, whatever the constant current you want in your circuit, in your application, accordingly you can select the value of resistance R1. And in that case, if we change this RL, then the output voltage will change, but the current will remain constant. Right? And that's why it is known as a current regulator circuit. Now, if we see the circuit diagram, for the experiment, then here you can see we have a full wave rectifier. This part of the circuit is nothing but it is a full wave rectifier which is producing a unregulated output voltage. Here we have a filter capacitor. So at this point we applied a input voltage. Then here the IC is there, and between the pin number 1 and 2 we have connected a 120 ohm. And if we calculate the value of the current passing through this, then this current is given by 1.25 divided by AR. So 1.25 divided by 120. So almost this current is going to be a 10 milliampere or slightly less. So this circuit is designed for getting a 10 milliampere constant current. Then here we connect a current meter and a voltmeter. This is a load resistance RL. So as we change this value of a load resistance through this potentiometer, then the voltage across the RL will change, but whatever the current is passing through this RL, it is going to remain constant. So in this experiment, what we have to do, that you go on changing the value of the voltage, that V is equal to 1 volt, then you change to the 2 volt, 3 volt, 5 volt, and correspondingly you have to measure the value of the current. Then we plot the graph, a V versus I, I versus V, then your graph will be like this. Here if you see the nature of the graph, you can see that the output voltage is on the x-axis and the output current is on the y-axis. When we are keeping the 120 ohm, then almost this current is constant of a 10 milliampere, and here the voltage across the load is changing from 1 volt to 5 volt. Now as we increase this voltage, then maybe your current is going to decrease. So up to certain range, it will give you a constant value of the current. Now here instead of a 120 ohm, if we connect a 60 ohm, then the current is going to almost double. So you can see this current is around about 21 milliampere, 20 to 21 milliampere, and for all this value of the voltage, output voltage, your current is going to remain constant. So in the experiment for a two different value of R, you have to obtain this regulation characteristic curve. Okay? Now second thing, that in this experiment, here also you can change this voltage. Whatever my line voltage is there, 230, and here you keep this value of RL constant. Let us say that at that time the voltage across the RL is a 1 volt or 2 volt. But now you change this value of a AC voltage, and in that case also you will find the current is going to remain constant. Here you can change this value a 230 volt plus or minus a 20%, plus or minus 20%, and for all this range the output current will also remain constant. So either we change a value of the load, or if we change the value of the input voltage, in both the case the current is remain constant, and that's why the circuit is known as a current regulator circuit. Then we will perform the experiment of 317.
So here we have a experimental board for performing the experiment on a constant current using LM317. So here in this board you can see this part of the circuit is nothing but it is a full wave rectifier with the capacitor filter. Then this part of the circuit where we have our regulator IC, that is a 317, and these two different resistors are there, so we can make a constant current source of a two different value of a current. One of the resistance is 60 ohm, another is 120, and if you select a 120 ohm you will get a constant current of almost a 10 milliampere, and if you are selecting a 60 ohm you will get a constant current of a 20 milliampere. Now this output of this circuit is given to this where we are connecting a load. So across this the potentiometer will be connected. Here we will connect a voltmeter, and here we will connect a ammeter. Output of this circuit will be connected here. These are the connection for a experimental board. Here you can see a complete connection of the board where our unregulated output voltage is connected to this IC through this red wire, and through this wire we are selecting a resistance of a 120 ohm. Then the output of this circuit we are connecting here so that you can change the load. The potentiometer is connected, so upper part of the potentiometer is connected here, and the lower part of the potentiometer is connected here. Across this the ammeter is connected, and across the load the voltmeter is connected. Here this is a ammeter, and this is a voltmeter. This one is measuring the current, ammeter, and this one is measuring the voltage across the load resistance. So in this way you have to connect the experimental board with the potentiometer as well as the meters. Now if we switch on the power supply, then you will find some reading in the ammeter and the voltmeter. So you can see the ammeter is indicating a 10.3 milliampere, and the voltage is 5.87 volt. Now through this potentiometer we can change the voltage. So here you will find that if my voltage is a 1 volt, the current is 10.3 milliampere. Now in this potentiometer, if I am changing, then the voltage become a 3 volt. Voltage is a 3 volt, then the current is still a 10.3 milliampere. As we increase this voltage, then also you will find the current is remaining constant. So if I will go up to a 10 volt or a 11 volt, you can see the reading. So for a 10 volt also the current is remaining a 10.3 milliampere constant, and here it is maximum voltage across the load, we can have a 11 volt. So in this way you can change this voltage through this potentiometer and measure what is the current in the regulator circuit. Correct? Now here in this board, instead of a 120 ohm, here if we select a 60 ohm, then if you connect this banana pin to this, so the resistance 60 ohm is in the circuit, and for the 60 ohm you will find the current is a 20.6 milliampere, double than the 120 ohm, and the voltage is 2.8. Again if we change the voltage 3 volt, 4 volt, 5 volt, then you can see the current is almost remain constant, and up to a 10 volt it is constant, and then after the current is reducing. So here if the load voltage is changing from 1 to 10 volt, my current is remaining constant. So in this way your LM317, this IC is working as a constant current source.